I have wanted to pull away those trolls from those other channels, so nobody ends up saying something to them or reacting, or something ends up escalating or blowing up, where then they become a target where I can't even try and get the focus off of someone. Like, I know what the that other community is like, and I know the stuff that they can sometimes like slip up and say and reactionary. I don't want it turning into like a bigger situation than what it needs to be. But I have like went back and forth with this like in my mind, and if they go to those channels, if they go and fuck with those people, if they go real life on those people, like, it is what it is at this point. I am no longer having any communication or association with, firstly, a stock account, a faceless person, a person behind an account who I don't know who they are, and a community people who I have no interest in communicating with. I have no interest in any type of communication with anybody. The only way I will communicate with anybody at this point is the Discord link that I posted on my community tab. Join that. There isn't a chat. Hit the voice. I can make a voice chat, come in there and speak to me. That's the only way I will speak to anybody at this point. And I'm not going to be doing it publicly on YouTube. I'm not going to be going back and forth with people in comment sections. I'm going to be turning off all my comments on all my community posts. I'm going to be keeping my live chat off. I'm not going to be going to other live streams at all under any circumstances. I'm going to continue to do my normal content, which I'm starting back up for the first time today, and I haven't done it in nearly, I'd say, 7 weeks. I'm getting back to my normal content, and I know that my supporters have wanted me to do that for a while now, and I know they won't care about not having a live chat engagement. They can leave me a comment after the live stream, they can give it a thumbs up, and I'll just do that and get back on this path that I was on beforehand. I'm gonna obviously continue to keep my circle small. I literally don't go out there like mixing and socializing much as it is, and I'm just gonna ride the wave and get through this like the other end. Now, as far as like real life stuff happening to myself, I don't want to come across like cocky or arrogant or anything like that. Like, I can't be fucked with in real life, okay? I know who I am. My family know who I am. I actually, regardless of what people think, like, I have a really good relationship with them. As far as like my boyfriend goes, my boyfriend's been sent all these clips of myself and 007 and all these messages. He's also been contacted several times by other individuals. Like, none of this shit on here on YouTube coming into my real life will ever make me give a fuck or affect me at all under any circumstances. I have, and I'm not saying like I couldn't be got in real life, everybody can be got. There's always somebody out there for everybody that could be their maker. But I'm the type of person where, like, if something happens, like, I just pick myself up and dust myself off. I've been swatted twice now in 2.5 weeks, and I don't care, like, about that. Like, I actually don't mind the police. I kind of find them, like, kind of amusing. Like, they're just doing their job. I feel bad their time's wasted, but they're nice as anything. Like, I have no issues with that type of stuff. I've not been ever cared, like, I've never cared about like real life stuff like that. What happens in real life, or people reaching out on like social medias and stuff like that, like, I don't care about that stuff. I started on Facebook. I doxed myself on Facebook because I was a fucking idiot. Everybody knew my address within the first 2 days of me live streaming on Facebook. All my Facebook friends seen my live streams. All my family seen my live streams. I did that consistently. Like, everybody knows anybody who knows me in the real world knows I'm on YouTube, knows I live stream. They've seen all my Facebook shenanigans. They know, like, I'm all mixed up in this, like, American community and stuff like that. I've had people post in my hometown Facebook groups. I've had the most wildest, craziest shit, honestly, like, happen. Especially, like, when the whole Kiwi Farm situation happened and Nick Rakea. That was, like, pretty wild experience. But even then, like, I didn't give a fuck. I actually found it, like, kind of humorous that they thought that they were going to post, like, nonsense onto Facebook and people in this type of, like, place that I live in was going to give a shit. Like, I live in one of the most roughest poverty areas in the entire of the UK. And that's by choice, because I want to renovate, I want to flip, I want to make money. And I want to do that, like, continue to do that. It's a choice that I made for myself. There's loads of issues here, as in, like, knife crime, drug abuse, homelessness, so many issues, like, where, like, they have to have so many hubs on the end of street corners where children go and get food and get a meal a day. Like, it's that poverty. They're not interested in my dumb ass coming on here and arguing with Americans or things I might say when the entire town is literally suffering in bigger issues, and half their family members are in and out of drug abuse, half their family members are in and out of the prison system. They're worrying about when they're going to next get their next meal. Like, in the grand scheme of things, like, in reality, I've already experienced that stuff, so I'm fully aware that nobody will ever give a fuck about any of this YouTube stuff. They've never before, they're never going to again. I live in an area where it's extremely racist, extremely homophobic, to the point where, like, and I'll give some examples, like, a Muslim person or Pakistani man walking down the road, they can't even drive down the road in their car without their car getting, like, set on by people, like, and thrown stuff at it and called racial slurs. Like, nothing anybody thinks that they are going to do to me is ever going to be accomplished. And the reason why I'm addressing this stuff is because there's a lot of nonsense coming from, like, also the JoJo camp with the Zells and the Nuncios and German dude thinking because I said the N-word, she's gonna, like, affect my life. It's like, bitch, calm yourself down. I have several fucking seats, okay? I will happily say it again to you, okay? And I'll say it even on Facebook, alright, bitch? I do not care.